ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸੋ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ I'm here। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣੀ ਲੈਕਚਰ ਸਾਂਝ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ I'm going to share। ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ when I was coming up here ਵੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ। What should I share with you before I came here from England। ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ obviously 2 ਕੈਂਪ ਸੀ। ਸੋ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਪਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਸਿੱਖਿਆਵਾਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਆਪਦੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਐਲਡਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਧਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਰਾਹ 'ਤੇ ਤੁਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਐਂਡ ਆਲਸੋ ਨਵੇਂ ਵੀ ਬੈਠੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਡਿਫੀਕਲਟ ਟੂ ਗੇਜ ਵੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ। ਜੇ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਕੋਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਐਵਰੀਬਡੀ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ when we listen, ਜਦੋਂ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ, ਕਿਤੇ ਟਾਕ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆਵੇ, ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਵੀ ਮਿਲੇ ਅਤੇ ਨਵੀਂ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵੀ ਆਵੇ। ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ obviously ਨਵੇਂ ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ they need anybody who's new, we need basics as well, because it's no point learning about university level when we haven't made the steps to be able to get to there। So ਮੈਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ in this heading, ਮਨ ਤੂੰ ਜੋਤ ਸਰੂਪ ਹੈ ਆਪਣਾ ਮੂਲ ਪਛਾਣ, my today's lecture and tomorrow। ਅੱਜ ਤਾਂ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਵਰਕਸ਼ਾਪ, ਉੱਦਾਂ ਅਚਾਨਕ ਹੀ ਸੁਭਾਵਕ ਹੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲ ਗਿਆ। But tomorrow, my theme throughout both is this, okay? Man tu jot saroop hai apna mool pachan। Some things in there are questions that we may have। Kai vari sade manan de vich sawal uthde a, we might know the answers, okay? There might be people sat here that know everything I'm going to say. So you will be able to help and support and share as I go through this. And there'll be some people that don't know anything from here. Okay, and then tomorrow we're going to continue the same theme, because over the 1 hour now and the 1 hour tomorrow, but tomorrow's going to be workshops, so you're going to come in groups. We'll have an opportunity to reflect on this. What does it mean? And also learn some of the things that we get taught about or we learn about when we listen, when we focus on a topic. Now, in the last camp and in this one, Hukamname Maharaj, they have come generally about Maya and coming out of Maya and this illusion. What is Maya? And when I was younger, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਛੋਟਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ and as I was learning about ਸਿੱਖੀ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਈ ਸਵਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉੱਠਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਤੇ some of those questions ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਹੋਣ। You might have some of these questions as well। ਵੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ, why did they create this expanse? So I'm not going to say world expanse, because we know there's not just one planet, we know there's multiple. We know there's not just one galaxy, there's multiple. We know that there's not just one universe, there's multiple, it's infinite. So why, how, Guru Sahib ni Vaheguru, why did they do it? Some of you might say, well, we don't need to know, because Maharaj ne dasya ya Oankar, Utpati, Kiya Dinis Sabarati. Oankar, with that one shabad, they've done everything. Okay, and they put everything in. Asan loe loe pandar jo kish paya so ek kavar. They've done everything in one go. But still, somebody like me, and maybe some of you guys have these questions. So you just want to open it up a little bit more, and what does that mean? And even though everything happened in an instant, what was the process in that? So aapa oh thodi ji vichar karange. Maya ki hai, because obviously Maya is part of that. Maya is an illusion. Maya ki hai, how does it work? What happens? What are the characteristics of the creation? So aapa create ho gaye hain. What are the characteristics? What are the qualities? Gun kere ne within the creation and within Maya. When the creation was created, kere elements, tat, what were the tats, what were the elements that Maharaj used, that Vaheguru used to create everything? What was that process like? And then we hear about these 4 ages, jere jug ne, Sat Jug, Treta, Dwapar, Kal Jug, bhi oh kere ne, what's their lifespan? Pishle camp ch bhi kayi ne puchya siga, how long is it? How long is Kal Jug? Kai vari swal sade mana ch uthde a। So ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ from research with ਪਿਛਲੇ scholars that have researched this stuff, and ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਉਸਤਾਦਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ ਆ। So I'm going to be sharing things and that are uncool, which means in line with Gurmat, but also are from other sources as well. Okay? And how does the system of reincarnation work? Because ਇਹ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਵਾਲ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਵੀ ਕਰਮ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। What's karma? Is it predetermined? ਹੁਕਮਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਹੁਕਮਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ, ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਰਮ ਵੀ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ। ਐਂਡ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ I have this mindset ਵੀ how does it all work? And I'm sure some of you guys, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਵਾਲ ਉੱਠਦਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ। And then how does our karam, how do those actions affect us? Ki affect hunde ne? And then ultimately, how can we become one with Waheguru? So today's theme, today's one, is going to focus on these. And then tomorrow's one's going to continue this kind of theme and have some other questions that we're going to explore. So because today's the lecture one, a lot of it's going to be information. I'm going to try and go through, because we're short of time, we started late. They उन्होंने मैंने time नहीं ना extend किया, so आप कोशिश करेंगे that fit everything in one go. But when I do talk, just like when I teach करता, I don't say to the kids, भी end ते जाके मैंने सवाल पूछियो, because उधर तक too late होंदा. So if any of you've got a question, मैंने विच्ची पूछ लियो. I don't mind that kind of thing. विच्ची पूछ लियो, विच्ची विचार करियो. In some of the workshops, some of you asked, and you were being respectful. I don't mind, and you were saying I don't want to interrupt, but I've got a question that's. I don't mind that, because ਜਦੋਂ ਸਵਾਲ ਉੱਠਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਦੋਂ ਜਵਾਬ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, because as we carry on through these reflections, ਉਦੋਂ topic ਹੋਰ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਿਕਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਉਹ question ਦਾ, it doesn't mean anything. Sometimes मैं शायद कमा भी, that's going to get answered later on, so hold it. And sometimes I'll answer it, okay? So, but jarur puchhiyo, jarur interaction deyo. So, Waheguru is in the state of sun. Sun is shabad vartega, sun samadhi aap, Sukhmani Sahib de vich aunda ya, that there is nothingness, if you will. Is Waheguru are focused within themselves. Now, kai vari sanu ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਮਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੀ. How does that work? That sometimes we just have to accept, because a lot of these are abstract. These English words I'm using. We can't imagine, we can't picture how this works. We can't give you a physical example of how this works, and we just have to accept it. So Waheguru is in a state of sun, Pav, they are in their own focus. So they exist everywhere, but there's also nothingness in the sense of there's no illusion, there's no Maya, there's no world, there's no creation. So it's a state of, could be a state of, in a way of nothingness, but Waheguru. Okay? Then Waheguru has an Ichha. Ichha, they have a thought. How they had the thought, why they had the thought, oh ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਵਾਬ ਦੇ ਸਕਦੇ, because ਉਹ Waheguru ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਨੇ. But ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਛਾ ਕੀਤੀ, they had a thought from one to make multiple. Okay? From one to make multiple. So Waheguru created Maya, an illusion to create multiple. Because in creation, we know Waheguru exists. That is why they are multiple, but they are also still one. An ek hai, fir ek hai, we say in Jap Sahib. So they are multiple, but they're also just one. So they have this thought, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਇੱਛਾ ਪ੍ਰਗਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਤੋਂ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਸਰੂਪ ਬਣਾਉਣੇ ਆ. So Maya, ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ they created Maya. So Maya is an illusion. Maya is material. Maya is not just money. Maya is everything that we see. Okay? On its own, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ Maya jada. Jad means, like for instance a tree, it's not going to walk and talk like me, is it? It's not going to move about. Or jada, it's stuck in one place. That's just an example. Okay? So Maya on its own is jad. It can't move, it can't do anything on its own. Maya needs Waheguru's prashava. Prashava is like our shade, okay? That goes into it to allow it to exist. So we only exist because Waheguru's prashava is within it. Okay? So what that means is why Vedavans use the term prashava is because if we know Maya is false, but Waheguru exists. So it's in a way that Waheguru's energy is within it, but we still know it's false. Okay? We could say it's their reflection. Like in a mirror, if I look in a mirror, when you're ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਛੋਟਾ ਬੇਬੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ੇ ਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਲੈ ਜਾਓ, he'll put his hand there because he'll think ਅਸਲੀ ਆ. Yeah, but we know it's false because ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗਿਆਨ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਾ. ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝ ਲੱਗਦੀ, they'll put their hand thinking they'll touch the person in the mirror. And so Maya seems real, but like a mirror, it's false. Okay? So there are three virtues of Maya. Maya ਦੇ ਤਿੰਨ ਸ਼ਕਤੀਆਂ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ, virtues ਗੁਣ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ. Maya has mal. ਇਹਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਮਲ ਆ, ਮੈਲ. And what the male is in Maya for us, so specifically talking about us in this world and this Saroop, what we live in, is all the dirt, all the male we've collected from our past lives. So ਵੱਖਰੇ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਜੂਨਾਂ ਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਏ ਆ, ਕਈ ਜਨਮ ਭਈ ਕੀਟ ਪਤੰਗਾ ਸੋ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਆ that we've traveled through all the 84 ਲੱਖ zones all the life species and we reached this form and each one ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਮ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਕਰਮ ਕਰਨ ਨਾਲ we've collected those ਤੇ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਮੈਲ the male of Maya, the dirt of Maya that we've collected from previous lives that we bring forth in this life. ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੀ ਵਿਖੇਪਕ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਉਹ ਵਿਖੇਪ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ and that makes our mind ਚੰਚਲ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੰਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮਾ ਆਇਆ ਸੀ I shared a little bit of this in that okay the mind wanders ਚੰਚਲਤਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ okay and usually when you're young we have a mind which is ਚੰਚਲ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੱਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਬੱਚਾ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ and we see ਬੱਚਾ running around because it's that the mind of the bacha is wanting it to move around interact with different people explore investigate this new world that they've been in only for a few years okay and the third is avaran shakti of Maya which is like a parda okay so a veil or a parda like a curtain if you drop a curtain it just blinds you kind of thing you can't see through it okay so these three are the virtues of Maya and we can't realize the truth the jot of Vaheguru because of these three things okay we can't realize the truth because of these three things so I'll give you another example हाँ जी I can't sorry मैंने सुनी नहीं बच
Can you explain that again? I don't see the difference between the avaran and the kid.
okay so the difference between those two is this ਆਪਾਂ ਆ curtain ਇੱਥੋਂ ਲਾ ਲਈਏ and if I stand behind that curtain I can't see anything okay so that's blinding me that's like a veil over me ਉਹ ਆਵਰਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ and ਵਿਖੇਪ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ in my mind ਮੇਰਾ ਮਨ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਫੋਨ ਕਰ ਲਈਏ ਘਰੇ it's like making my mind wander it's not focused basically so one is a blinding aspect and one is a focus. I'll give you another example of how this works. So, Vidwan's give an example of a river. Okay? I like to give an example of a mirror. So if you've got a mirror and it's dirty, gandagi lagi hove, you can't see yourself in the mirror, can you? No? Hana? If it's chanchal, that means I'm holding it for you, but I'm moving it about. You won't be able to see yourself, will you? Because it's chanchal, it's moving. Yes? And thirdly, if I cover it with a net or a curtain or a parda, then you definitely won't be able to see through it, would you? So in a way, if we're saying Vaheguru Di Jot is like what we're going to see in the mirror, we can't see our true self because of these three aspects. And what we're trying to do is clean the mirror, take the parda off the mirror, and tell me to stop moving it about and just make it settle. Okay? Vidwans in Katha they give examples of a river and you have dirty water and then it's kind of moving sometimes and it's about when it settles the dirt comes away from it and the parda aspect is Guru Di Kirpa that you actually get to see yourself. Okay? So that's an example of how these three work. So Maya, Guruji, when Vaheguru created Maya, they created Maya in three forms. Or it has three aspects, three qualities, three guns. Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun. Okay? Satogun is to have knowledge of everything but still be the effect of the Panj Vikar. Okay, the Panj Chor. And in some aspects, Satogun is seen as truthful, simplicity. Okay? Rajogun, I'll expand on these in a second, I'll get all three up there, is to give and take through lalach. Matlab. I give you something because I want something back from you. That's a Rajogun aspect, a Rajogun quality. And the Tamogun is to be attached to society and be lazy, dilidri, that's the word they use, and have a wandering mind. So how do we expand these further? We can say Tamogun is like to be animalistic. Like apne pai sahab ne t-shirt, but not the tabla bit. Eat, sleep, reproduce. Eat, sleep, reproduce. The animal tahi kar diya. Yeah, it's animalistic. They're in the wild. They eat raw meat. They just jo this that gandagi. Just as I was walking, I saw a rat coming from there trying to get the rubbish. That's tamoguni virtiyan. Okay. tamoguni virti. Rajogun is what they say Raj Raja. Rajogun Rajan di virti. So what do Raja do? They live a life of luxury. So Rajogun virti is a little bit better than animal type. It's like living in luxury. Changa ਭੋਜਨ ਛਕਣਾ. Even they say ਵੀ Rajogun ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤਲੀਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਛਕਣੀਆਂ. Oily, rich foods. English ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ rich ਕਹਿੰਦੇ. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Rich food ਛਕਣੇ. That is Rajogun virti. This Satogun is very much simplicity. Simple, but still being under the influence of the Panj Chor. So it's not completely one with God. Okay? It's simple. Simple Bhojan Shakana. You can research these on the net anyway. They don't call them Tamogun, Rajogun, and Satogun. They call them Tamzaic, S-A-I-C, Rajzaic, and Satvik. That's the only difference. And you can understand of different qualities of that fall under these three characteristics. So Maya is created with these three characteristics. And we as people in this world, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇਹੀ characteristics. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਮੋਗੁਣੀ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੀ. We become animalistic. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਰਜੋਗੁਣ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਪਰ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਸਤਗੁਣ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਆ. We're still under the control of Maya. Okay? Creation, ਫਿਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ split across all these three guns. So ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤਾ, they split it across all of these three guns. ਇਹ ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਗੁਣਾਂ ਦੇ spread ਕਰਤਾ. And how they created, ਆਪਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ, ਇੱਕ ਅਦਵੈਤ ਸਰੂਪ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. So ਇੱਕ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ which is ਅਦਵੈਤ, no duality. Okay? No duality, no ਦੂਜਾਪਨ, no love, no materialism. ਓੰਕਾਰ. In this creation there is creating, nourishing and destroying. Okay? So Guruji created three aspects of creation, nourish, destroy. And above all of that, Kar, the hukam of Waheguru, that chalas, that system. So that system, to create that system, Guruji, what other faiths call Ishwar. Okay? They created Brahma, Vishnu and Shivji. Now, ਕਈ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਜਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ. We don't worship these. Okay? ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ, ਦਸਮ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ. So we respect the fact that they exist. ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੂਜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ because these are just Maya doing their work. In a similar way, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਲ ਛਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਜਲ ਪਾਣੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੀਂਦੇ. We can't live without water. 70-80% ਸਾਡਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਪਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਬਣਿਆ. ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਾਣੀ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਜਦੇ ਹਾਂ? ਨਹੀਂ. ਵਰਨ ਦੇਵਤਾ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਈ. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਕਹਿ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਸ਼ਕਤੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ, ਵਰਨ ਦੇਵਤਾ ਤੋਂ. ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਵੀ ਵਰਨ ਦੇਵਤਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਜਦਾ. ਮਹਾਰਾਜ set up a system. These things exist in the system. ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੂਜਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੂਜਾ ਅਕਾਲ ਕੀ, ਪਰਚਾ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਦਾ, ਦੀਦਾਰ ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. So that is the important thing. However, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੇ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੁਬਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਉਣਾ. ਜੇ if there's any of you here that don't believe it, that these exist, fine. Just think of the ਸ਼ਕਤੀਆਂ of creating, nourishing and destroying. ਤੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਗੁਣ ਦੱਸੇ ਸੀ, ਰਜੋਗੁਣ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਾ ਦੀ ਆ, ਸਤੋਗੁਣ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਵਿਸ਼ਨੂੰ ਦੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਤਮੋਗੁਣ ਵਿਰਤੀ ਸ਼ਿਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਆ. It's a very deep philosophy. ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਈ ਘੰਟੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੀ ਖੜੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. But I want to try and give you a summary of everything so everybody on every level has got something to take away. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ they know their link to Waheguru and they do his work. ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਆ, they do his work. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਇਹ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ. They are not one with Waheguru. They're just doing the work of Waheguru. Okay? So 84 ਲੱਖ ਜੂਨ. ਸੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਈਸ਼ਵਰ, the ones who do the work. ਇਹਦੇ ਥੱਲੇ 84 ਲੱਖ ਜੂਨ which we come as part of. ਹੁਣ 84 ਲੱਖ ਜੂਨ were created with more Rajogun and Tamogun and a small amount of Satogun. So therefore we are under the influence of Maya more. They have more Satogun, even though they are separated in this term. All three of them have more Satogun than us. And that's why they continue to do God's work. ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਭੁੱਲ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ 'ਚ ਰੱਬ ਦਾ ਕੰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ. ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ, ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਬ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੇ, ਨਾਸਤਿਕ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ. because we have more rajagun and tamagun. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਤਗੁਣ ਦਾ ਹਾਈ ਪਰਸੈਂਟੇਜ ਆ, they know ਵੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੰਮ ਲੈਂਦਾ, so they do it, they have to do it, but they're still not God and we still don't worship them. Okay, very clear point ਆ. So ਫਿਰ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਬਣਾਇਆ, 5 ਤੱਤ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਕੀਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੂਖਮ ਤੱਤ. So we have 5 major elements, but we also have 5 small. ਸੂਖਮ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ small ਤੱਤ elements. Okay, 5 major ਤੱਤ I've translated in English ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਭਾਸ਼ਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਧਰਤੀ the earth, agni fire, hava the air, pani water, and akash. Akash is like space or what we call ether. ਜਿੱਥੇ ਚਾਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ. Now when we come to tomorrow's talk or workshop, I'll tell you how these 5 are linked to our bodies, because akash, even though it's space, it's not just in the sky and space. Okay, ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਸਾਡੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆ, because ਜੇ 5 ਤੱਤਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਾ creation ਬਣਾਇਆ, we're part of the creation, we've got percentages of these tats within us as well. Ether is like nothingness. Hanji, like you go into space, there's no element there, but we have that in our bodies as well, in our makeup. ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸੂਖਮ ਤੱਤ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ 5 ਵਿਸ਼ੇ: ਸ਼ਬਦ, ਸਪਰਸ, ਰੂਪ, ਰਸ, ਗੰਧ. Okay, the ability of sound, the ability of touch, sabad, saparas, sparsana, to touch. Sabad, we listen. Sound, roop is a form, so we can see. Ras, taste. Te gandh, gandagi, we smell, odor. Okay? Because as part of this creation, those 5 small sukham elements are required. So Vaheguru ne fir create kite. Agge 5 ਤੱਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਤੇ 5 ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਤੋਂ ਫਿਰ 4 ਯੁੱਗਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤਾ. ਸੋ ਦੇ ਕ੍ਰੀਏਟ ਦਿਸ ਸਾਈਕਲ ਆਫ ਯੁੱਗਸ. ਯੁੱਗਸ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਵਾਈ ਨਾਲ, ਯੁੱਗ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ. ਓਕੇ, ਸੋ ਅ ਬਿਟ ਆਫ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਆਫ ਔਨ ਅ ਟੈਂਜੈਂਟ a little bit from the theme to just give you a bit of insight of these 4 ਯੁੱਗ. ਸੋ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਸਾ ਦੀ ਵਾਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣੀ ਸੀ, ਇਹ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਆਫ these 4 ਯੁੱਗ. ਸੋ 4 ਯੁੱਗ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਮਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ these are ਅਵਸਥਾਸ, ਇਹ ਅਵਸਥਾਵਾਂ ਨੇ, ਇਹ ਸਮੇਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ. ਅਵਸਥਾ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਸਮੇਂ ਵੀ ਨੇ. Okay, they're both. And how they work, so scholars, ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਦੇ. What I'm going to share with you now is what scholars have researched, because ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਸੀ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਹੋਊਗਾ, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to fit into these rules. So I'll share what I mean and then I'll tell you what I mean as well. So Satyug, scholars have said that Satyug lasts for 1,728,000 years. So what my point was, ਇਹ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਆ. ਜੇ ਇਹ ਸਤਯੁਗ ਨੇ ਹੋਰ ਲੰਬਾ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਸਤਯੁਗ ਨੂੰ ਛੋਟਾ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ, but scholars are saying it's that long. Okay, ਇਹ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, scholars. Okay, so I just want to make that definition here. So generally we go by this rule, but ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਅਟਲ ਸਰਬ ਕਲਾ ਸਮਰੱਥ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੁਕਮ ਚੱਲਦਾ. They can change everything, they can renew everything, they can do what they want. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. ਤੇ ਸਤਯੁਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਧਿਆਨ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ ਸੀ. That was the way to try and worship ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. ਧਿਆਨ ਲਾਉਣਾ, concentration. ਉੱਥੇ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਆ, ਸੋ ਦਿਸ ਫਰਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਚੋਂ, ਉੱਥੇ 4 ਪਹਿਰ ਧਰਮ ਦੇ. Faith had 4 feet, so they use an example of a table, if you will, and a table has 4 feet. ਪਾਵੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, and if you cut one leg, it'll be unbalanced. If you cut another one, it'll be less balanced. It's very hard to balance something on one leg, isn't there? And through these ages, one of these legs is cut away. So Satyug is the purest. However, Satyug isn't Sachkhand. ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ we read books, ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਦੇਖ ਲੈਣ ਸਤਯੁਗ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ. No, Satyug is under the influence of Maya. ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਆ ਗੱਲ ਦੱਸੀ ਆ. I started previous to tell you ਸਤਯੁਗ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ, ਇਹ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ. ਆਪਾਂ ਮਾਇਆ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਉੱਠਣਾ to the creator Vaheguru. So Satyug, although it's within Maya, it has these 4 qualities: truthful living, Sat, Tap, Jag, feeding all, te Dan, charity. Okay, so Satyug, what I was saying, Maharaj ਦੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ 14,000 ਵਰਾ I think, if I'm getting the years right, 14,000 years of Kaljug happened in Satyug. So this era here, that's what I'm saying, can change. Because utte kisi ne balatkar karta siga, and for that reason, utte tund mitti katta, and Kaljug happened in Satyug for 14,000 years. So these are not necessarily fixed. ਇਹ ਸਾਡਾ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਦੱਸਦਾ, okay? And when I say ਸਾਡਾ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ, ਸਿੱਖ ਆਦ ਸੱਚ, ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚ, ਹੈਪੀ ਸੱਚ, ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਵੀ ਸੱਚ, ਇਹ ਨਾ ਕਹਿ ਦਿਓ ਵੀ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਇਹ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਆ। ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਸਾਰਾ ਹੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਆ, ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਆ। ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਆਫ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦੇ ਆ। ਮਾਰਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਸਗਲੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਸਾਧ ਕੀ, ਸਾਧ ਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਸਿੱਖ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਸੋ ਐਵਰੀਥਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਦ ਸਿੱਖਸ। ਸੋ ਐਨੀ ਹਿਸਟਰੀ ਆਫ ਦ ਵਰਲਡ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੀ ਆ, ਓਕੇ? ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਬਣਤ ਬਣਾਈ ਆ। ਸੋ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੀ ਆ, ਖਾਲਸੇ ਦਾ, ਠੀਕ ਆ? ਸੋ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵਨ ਇਜ਼ ਤ੍ਰੇਤਾ। ਤ੍ਰੇਤਾ life cycle drops to 1,296,000. The way for trying to find God is jag karna, feeding everybody, jag karne, calling everybody from the whole world together to feed them. Sometimes these jag karne could take years, because you'd have to feed everybody in the whole world, any part of existence. And kings would send their horses and sevadars out to find people and feed them. There's many links in Gurbani about different people in that age that tried these jag and failed, and different sakhiyan of the Devi Devtan in that Treta Jug, okay? But Dharam, righteousness, religion, faith, practice, has lost one leg. Sat has been lost. Te reh gaya tap, jag and dan, okay? Then we have Dwapar. So if you think of the words Treta, three legs. Dwapar, do pair, 2 legs. Okay? That's how you remember which way these go. Satyug ta pehla hi hunda, and Kaljug we know we are in. So Dwapar has 864,000 years. Ode vich puja, physical worship. So that's like jiddan hun vi kai like karde a, murti puja karde a, they take flowers, har, those kind of things. Toof batti, agarbatti launde a, is physical worship. That is the way that people worshipped God. Physical worship, puja karni. Okay? 2 legs of dharma have lost. Sat ta pehla hi nikal gaya si, hun tapasya. Tapasya is disciplining the mind through different asanas. So as we see yogis, they would stand on one leg, walk through fire, stand in water, not for many, many hours, sit in different positions. E tapasya. And they do that to force their mind not to do anything. So if I say to one of you, "Ethe khad jana hai," don't move from there. ਉੱਥੇ ਰੋਟੀ ਪਾਣੀ ਆਈ ਜਾਵੇ, ਵਧੀਆ ਵਧੀਆ ਪਦਾਰਥ ਹੋਣ, ਪੀਜੇ ਪੂਜੇ ਹੋਣ। ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਪੀਜੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਤੇ he was telling me in their ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ when they have pizzas, people turn up that they've never even seen before, because ਪੀਜਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਪੀਜੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਖੜਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ। That's like a tap. You're forced your mind to stay in that position no matter what lalach comes your way, even if it's pizzas. That's the kind of thing they would do. That's how they force their mind. ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਲਯੁਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, Kaljug, they say, is 432,000 years of length, okay? The ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਆ, the way to get to God. Guru da naam japna, that's the only way to do puja, to worship in this world. There's only one leg of dharam left. Jag is lost, okay, which is feeding all, and left is dan, which is charity. Now, we had the vichar of Bhai Sukhraj Singh yesterday about charity and seva. Ek hunda pun, ek hundiya nishkam seva. Pun is described as charity, daan karna, doing things for different needs. And Sikh, Khalsa, punna and papa to uppara. We don't do pap, na pa punna de vicha. Apa jode vi kaam karna nishkam hoke karna. What does nishkam mean? Nishkam hunda Vaheguru di khushiyan vaste te Vaheguru di prapti vaste. That's it. Nothing else. That they're happy with us and they make us one with them. No other reason. Okay? Where daan is for reasons. Okay? But in Kaljug, we know a lot of people do charity, don't they? That's a big push of charity. But the only way to get out of Kaljug is Naam Simran. So I've just given you that because you might have questions. Some of you may have at this point, how long has Kaljug been? I said in the other camp, due to sort of historical landmarks and historical timelines, they say Kaljug is only is still a baby. It's still only 6,000 to 7,000 years old. give or take. Yep, 5 to 8,000 within that period is Kal Yug. Oh, sorry. So that's what, due to historical landmarks, okay? So obviously we're still, Kal Yug is a baby, it's only 5,000-6,000 years gone. But, like I said, Vaheguru da hukama, if they want to finish this in an instant, just like they had that itcha at the start, from 1 to multiply, if they want from multiply to 1, they don't have to follow their own system. We have to follow their system, they don't, because it's their system. They're allowed to change their system. So that's what scholars have researched. So agge 84 lakh juna di hundi a. So then from all of this, jugan de vich sara kush, then the cycle of birth and death is formed. 84 lakh June, 8.4 million birth and death life cycle. So 2.1, those of you that were there, I shared this before. 2.1 is Setaj, which is sweat. 2.1 million from Uttabhuj, the earth, like these trees. Fair agge, Andaj from eggs, like chickens. They fair from the mother's womb, onu Jeraj kende a. E Gurbani, Guru Granth Sahib ji bhi, e charan bare khani, char khani kende enna nu. Te Sri Dasam Granth Sahib Chaupi Sahib ji bhi aapa padde every day. Te char khaniyan enna nu kende a. Half of those, 8.4, live in the sea and half live on the land. Okay? And human life, we know, is the highest form. It's the highest form. Sab to uttam june, human form. And like I said already, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਜੂਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 4 ਜੁਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਆ. Because this is our opportunity for freedom, for liberation. Okay. ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ if we live in the system, ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਜੋ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ is not necessarily for the Khalsa. ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਆ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਆ. But the system we live in, this is how it works. Okay? ਇਹ 84 ਲੱਖ ਜੂਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਇਹ ਆ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰਮਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ we come and go. ਇਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ. Yeah, we believe that, don't we? Okay? So how does that work? 3 ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਰਮ ਨੇ. The first karm is kiryaman karm, the ones we are doing now. Okay? So I've got a bit of a demonstration for you here. This is my life. Okay? Oh, kisi di life here. This is my body. So this body here, Sukhraj Singh, is only the carrier for this life. This June. Before this, it was something else. Many, many times. Okay? Many, many times over. This is a life. It has brought some karam with it, but I'll talk about that in a second. Okay? So the actions that I'm doing now, in this life, let's just say these are those actions. मैं चंगा भी करदा हां, so we made them white. मैं 50-50 भी करदा हां. Okay? पुण्य कर लिया कोई. So let's say ये निष्काम वाले हो गए गुरु वास्ते. ये पुण्य हो गए. with चंगे तो हैगे आ are seen by the world, but they still पुण्य पाप. ते ये फिर जेरे काले आ ये मैं पाप भी करदा हां. And as I go through, I do different actions. इन्हों कहते हैं किरियामान, जेरे करदे किरिया करदे आ किरिया, what I'm doing. And as I go through life, every second, ये हुंदे आ. Yes? होई जांदे आ कि नहीं? थोड़े भी हुंदे आ, मेरे भी हुंदे आ. ते हुण गुरबाणी च सानू लिखिया आ. So as I'm doing these, ये होई जांदे आ. Okay? ये हो गया. As I'm going through life, महाराज दसदे आ मन बच ते क्रम. मन बाणी शरीर. Actions we do with our mind, man, bachan, speaking, kram, mind, bachan, and actions, what we do with our shreer, they get counted. Okay? They get counted. So, मैं किसी नू गाल कड्डी, मैं किसी नू चंगा बोलिया. Very simple examples. मैं किसी दी सेवा कीती, मैं किसी नू मुक्का मारिया. मैं किसी दा चंगा सोचिया, मैं किसी दा माड़ा सोचिया. एक वारी मैनू ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ, ਮਹਾਂਪੁਰਸ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਵੀ ਈਵਨ ਇਫ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ, ਹੂਜ਼ ਹਰਡ ਆਫ ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ, ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ, ਹੂਜ਼ ਹਰਡ ਆਫ them? ਭੈਣ ਜੀ there has heard of them. There's some few of you were with me and Bhai Sukhraj Singh at Fremont Gurdwara a couple of days ago. We told you about him there, but I'm going to use him in a context. ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ ਕੌਣ ਹੋਏ ਆ? ਕਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੋਏ ਆ? Anybody know? ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਿਰਾਜ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ। ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ thought while they were doing their Japji Sahib, they got affixed in Sri Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji's charan. Guru Sahib Ji didn't stand up for many hours. ਜਦੋਂ ਭੋਗ ਲਵਾਉਣ ਦਾ ਸਮਾਂ ਆ ਵੀ ਗਿਆ, ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੇ ਭੋਗ ਲਵਾਉਣ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਉੱਠੇ ਨਹੀਂ, it kind of ignored them because he was fixed. He's doing a karam with his mind, isn't he? ਗਿਣਿਆ ਗਿਆ। Do you see that? Sometimes we think doing with our mind it doesn't work. So I'll give you another example. ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਸਥਾਨ ਤੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਹਰਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਸਮਝ ਲਓ, ਸੱਚਖੰਡ 'ਚ, ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੰਦਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੜ ਸਕਦੇ। none of us can go inside there, can we? ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਆ, ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚੋ ਵੀ wouldn't it be great if I could do ਚੌਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ above Maharaj at Harmandir Sahib? And if you sat there and you thought of that in your mind, but you fixed yourself in that and didn't think of anything else, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀ ਚੌਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਲੱਗ ਜੂਗੀ using this example of ਭਾਈ ਗੋਂਦਾ ਜੀ। ਲੱਗ ਜੂਗੀ, ਸ਼ਰਧਾ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, ਲੱਗ ਜੂਗੀ। ਸੋ ਮਨ, ਮਾਈਂਡ, ਬਚ, ਬਚਨ, ਕਰਮ, ਸਰੀਰ, these kind of karams are counted, and kiryaman are the ones that we're doing constantly over and over. Okay, the next one, as we do them, they get collected. ਤਾਂ ਹਮੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖੀ ਗਿਆ, collect ਹੋ ਗਏ? Yes, collect। ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਕਰਤਾ ਭਾਈ ਦਇਆ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, the Sikhs asked Guru Gobind Singh Ji about this karam philosophy, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਭਾਈ ਦਇਆ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ, there's no difference between me and them, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛ ਲਓ। and they gave an example of a teer, putting it ready. Once the teer is released, its collect is gone. You can't bring a teer back, can you? Yeah, it's happened. They get collected. So when they get collected, they go join up. They go join up somewhere. Now I'm not going to go into where this is and how this works. I'm just going to give you this example, okay? ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ, not just the ones we're doing now, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਦੇ ਜਨਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, they are collected somewhere. Let's just say it's in this pot. ਠੀਕ ਆ? ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ black, grey, white, ਪੁੰਨ, ਪਾਪ, ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ, ਤਿੰਨ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਰਮ ਨੇ, ਪੁੰਨ, ਪਾਪ, ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ। Yes? ਤੇ once they are collected, and while I'm living, ਕੁਛ ਉਹ ਕਰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ while I'm living, ਫਿਰ ਅਗਲਾ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ paralabdh, the third type. So I've died. Okay, I've died. I collected those karams, they got collected. Now I'm going to have a new life. Okay, a new life. And as I have a new life, some karam come with me. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ paralabdh. Now this is my body in my new life. Okay, this is all the karam I've collected. Will all of those go in here? Will all of those go in here? No, because how many lives have I been in? Probably 8.4 million plus. Yes? I probably fell down a few times, probably many times, so probably many times over I've been in that. So will all these go in here? So some of these will go in here for my new life. That's my new life. Paralabdh karam ne. Now these karam are the ones I have to face in this life. I have to face these in this life. Hanji. No, you don't get to choose. ਉਹ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ। I don't know how. ਇਹ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੋ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਪਿਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ। I'm just telling you what happens. ਇਹ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ। I don't know if it's random. Here you go. But they're here. Okay? ਆ ਗਏ ਆ। Now these are the types of karm ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਸਵਾਸ ਲਿਖੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸਵਾਸ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਸਵਾਸ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦਾਣਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਵਿਸਰ ਗਈ ਕਿਰਤ ਹੱਥ ਨੱਕ ਨੱਥ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਖਸਮ ਹੱਥ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਦੱਸ ਜਹਾਂ ਦਾਣੇ ਤਹਾਂ ਖਾਣੇ ਨਾਨਕ ਆਸਚ ਹੈ ਹੈ ਨਾ so where we eat what we have to eat ਉਹ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ that's in here ਸੰਜੋਗ ਵਿਜੋਗ ਦੋਏ ਕਾਰ ਚਲਾਵੇ ਲੇਖੇ ਆਵੇ ਭਾਗ that's in here ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਹੋਣਾ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਣਾ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦੇ ਛਕਣੇ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ it's already in there ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਾਈਆਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ family parents wife sisters brothers kids husbands cousins friends ਤੇ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਵਿਜੋਗ separation ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਛ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ there are just some examples of what is in here ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਭੋਗਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ so once I've used them they're gone okay they get burnt away so let's just call this the burn box okay so I've got 2 kids now let's say that's all I've got written in this life that paralabd that I brought with me is now gone because I've used it haven't I that's in the burn box it's vanished the amount of swasis I have hanji that's used when I die that's gone where I was going to eat that's gone everything in here is going to go that makes sense isn't it in my life because I'm here in this cycle so everything in that life is going to go khatam ho janda but what else is going to happen at the same time as I'm getting rid of those making new ones aren't I ਤੇ ਉਹ ਚੰਗੇ ਮਾੜੇ they're not going to go in here yet they're going to go in my what we call them kiryaman when I do them sanchit when they get collected now the question I have for you because I would have had loads of questions na tusi ne kisi ne puchya nahi but I would have some questions at this point one question was that it was a good question the next question I would say is aadat chale gaye let's say there's 100 of those that came with me but 1,000 that I've collected how many have I collected what's the balance 100 gone 1,000 come 10 to 1 and what's that 900 left those 900 are going in here and each life this happens what's going to happen to this it's going to get more and more hanji sorry yes some might be bigger because mahapap kar liya vadda kala ban gaya vadda koi nishkamta vaddi seva karti te vadda chitta ban gaya so there's some will be bigger than others yeah we can relate to that but what happens here like apne bhen ji hunne ne aj gall sunai katha de vich katha zaruri hai I'm going off on a tangent now and the tangent I'm going to go to is this sorry I'll come back to this kai vari maharaj ji bula dinde ya maharaj kende par brahm hoa sahay katha kirtan sukhdai maharaj sanu hukmnama dinde ya te katha roop de vich vyakhya hundi a hanji kirtan ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਆ vidwans use a different example ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ I'm just a simple person so I use this example kirtan is like when you open a glass put your glass and you want some water and you open a tap and you open it full speed put the glass under the tap when it gets to the top very quickly what happens spills out then you close the tap most of it spilled out hasn't it half left so the clever person will open the tap full as it's coming up they'll slow it down that's right isn't it and it'll come to the top then they'll close it fully so kirtan is like you open full speed bahut anand bakshish barag will happen in kirtan sometimes when we come out of the darbar hall we ਗੱਲਾਂ ਗੁੱਲਾਂ ਚ ਲੱਗ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਹੀ it finishes we get depressed ਉੱਥੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਥਾ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ because if we listen to katha that will be like the slowing down bakshish that we collect ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਭਰਿਆ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਭਾਂਡਾ so going back to what I'm trying to say so that's a simple example Vidwans Maharaj uses in itihas example of rain heavy rain for kirtan kaniya pendi for katha it gets collected But what I'm going to say to you is Benji gave a Saki this morning about karam, and one karam sorted out massive karam. Can anybody remember it? Hanji? Hanji? Not Jamdood? Close by, yeah, Jamdood, yeah, that one, yeah. So what was it then? What was Raja Janak? Only Simran against all these paps. So when you ask that question, can you have big ones? So sometimes one can just do a clearance. But we have to do it, don't we? Hanji? So what I was coming, I went on a tangent. Katha jaruri hundi hai, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. Even when you go back to towns, katha jarur sunni hai. So what I'm saying is this is increased. Okay? This is increased. So how do I get out of this? Because the meaning of life is to get out of this system. Otherwise, we're going to keep coming and going over and over again, and this is going to constantly increase after each life. Kar vi lene, kad vi lene a. Now imagine, ਆਪਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ. ਆਪਾਂ ਵਰਕਸ਼ਾਪ ਮੈਂ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕੌਣ ਨੇ? ਕੌਣ ਨੇ? ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ. So how lucky must we be to be in this presence of Waheguru in this life? Very lucky. So which paralabd would have come with us, do you think? The white ones. We'd have a few black ones, I'm sure. But mostly the white ones, yes? That's the life we're living at the moment. Okay? Life we're living, isn't it? And what happens in a life like this, ਆਪਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਗੱਡੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੀਆਂ, ਘਰ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੇ, ਜੌਬ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੀ, ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਚੰਗਾ, ਫਰੈਂਡਸ਼ਿਪ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੀ, ਥੋੜੀ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਵੀ ਕਮਾ ਲਈ, ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਨੰਦ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਆ. Because everybody does ਥੋੜੀ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ. ਹਾਂਜੀ? Everything's good. What's going to happen to these even if they're white? They're going into the burning box. Next time, who knows what they've got in their own little panda? Do any of you know what you've got saved away somewhere? What if everything's black in there? फिर अगला जन्म की होना? Not good, is it? So we're really playing a game, or a gambling game, जिदा गुरबानी च आउंदा गिव्स पंक्तियां gambling दी, you know, जुआ खेडदे आ with our life, because ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਖਸ਼ਿਸ਼ਾਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੇ. I'm not, ਐਂ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਬਚਨ ਨਹੀਂ, ਮਾਣ ਦੇ ਬਚਨ ਨੇ. Because we've got God. So ਚਿੱਟਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਉੱਥੇ. But we don't know what's in the box that's ready to come, the paralabd. We don't know. ਉੱਥੇ ਕਾਲਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ, because that random nature, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੁੱਛੀ ਸੀ how what's decided, that could have brought forth all the white ones. And what's left is the black ones. And in the next life, the black ones might come. And then it's game over, isn't it? Because we won't be able to say Waheguru. We won't have the opportunity. We'll have to build back up again. It's like you walk on the top of a ladder and you fall all the way to the bottom. You have to climb up again. So AGs, that's the system of karam. I'd have some more questions at this point, which you're not asking. Hanji?
Can Maharaj destroy the ones that are in the other box?
Can they say that's a very good question, because that's what I was thinking. Because Maharaj ਤਾਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕਮਾਓ, what's the point of this? ਇੱਦਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ, you know, if there's 900 plus of those every life, ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਗਾ ਹੀ ਆ, what's the point of anything then? ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ depression ਹੀ ਚੰਗਾ. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but you know what I mean. So, how can we get rid of all of these? How can we get rid of all of these? Okay? Because this is all part of creation and Maya. So, I'm going to give you another Saki that just quickly come to mind. ਉਹ ਰਾਜਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛੇ ਸੀ, ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਸੀ, ਪਾਠ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਸੀ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸਟਾਰਟਿੰਗ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਈ, ਵਿਸਰ ਗਈ ਪੰਕਤੀ, ਪਰ ਐਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਕਰਤਾਰ. ਆਪਣੇ 52 ਅੱਖਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੰਕਤੀ ਆ. Sorry, I forgot. Be lek na mite he sakhi jo likhiya kartar. Be if these lek, what these karam that we're doing, be one raja nu maharaj nu puch liya, be tu hi ta kehne that these don't get burnt away, then what's the point? So Maharaj ne fir he went hunting. We would have heard the Sakhi. He had a dream, and he had a dream he was become poor. He'd become poor, and he'd married in a Garib family. He was in the jungles, and he had a family there, and he went through all this. And there's other examples in Guru Gobind Singh Ji where Gursikh goes through many, many janams in one go. Hanji? And then Maharaj, the next day, Guru Arjan Dev Ji, back to this Sakhi, the king, they went on a hunting, and the family that he'd been married to, because he thought it was just a dream, they came up to say, Pitaji, you look really rich, we're really poor. He was even there when he died. He spent a whole lifetime in that dream. When he died, they cremated him. He sees himself going, and then he thinks that was a dream. But when their family's there, say, we only cremated you last week. So he believed it. Maharaj go, Sopane de vichi, Maharaj knew that ek janam, put it through. He was meant to have that life. He had it in a supna, because only Guru Arjan Dev Ji de darshan kite si. So coming into Sikhi is coming out of this system. That's why we are here, okay? To come out of system. So we come and go through the birth and death life cycle. Sanchit collect kar, kiryaman karke sanchit ho jande hai, paralabh, and off we go again. Never ending cycle ban jandi hai, but there's only one way out, and the one way is through Sikhi. So how do we get through this Maya that I started with? So today is going to finish up on this point, okay? We've got about 5 minutes left. So for today, we're going to finish here at this point after I share this slide. So how do we get out of this? Guru Sahib Ji gets us out of that Maya, that cycle, as we become Gursik, Amritari. And Amritari is a new birth. And then from that point, we begin. And this is what we have to do. Vidvana ne dasya, to clean that dirt, we have to do karam. But what type of karam do? We do Nishkam Seva. Now remember, Nishkam means Vaheguru di khushi vaste and Vaheguru di prapti vaste. That's the only thing. Guruji's happiness and to become one with God. Prasannata te prapti. Nothing else. That's what Nishkam means. And if we do Nishkam Seva, okay, with our body, with our mind, with our wealth, that's through our effort. Apan nu effort karni paini hai for that to happen. Nishkam Seva karo, that will clean that dirt. Just like we clean that panda. Yes? Panda clean karde hain. We're cleaning the dirt from our past life. So what's that doing? Each time we do Nishkam Seva, some of these that are in here, even though that's my life, are automatically going to the burn box without me even knowing. ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਾ ਫਲ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ even though I'm still living this life, that's happening. ਮੈਂ ਸਾਖੀ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਵੀ ਦੱਸੀ ਸੀ in the workshop ਉਹ ਭਜੰਗੀ ਹਨਾ ਬਿਨ ਸੇਵਾ ਧ੍ਰਿਗ ਹੱਥ ਪੈਰ ਹੋਰ ਨਿਹਫਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸੇਵਾ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ we won't clean this dirt. Sorry, ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸੋ ਉੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਹਜੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੇ ਅਜੇ ਹਜੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਆ ਬਸ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਸੋ ਉਪਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਇਜ਼ ਵਾਟ ਸਕਾਲਰਸ ਵੁੱਡ ਸੇ ਸਕਾਲਰ ਨੇ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਉਪਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਉਪਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਕੀ ਆ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਨੀ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਥਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤ ਕਰਨੀ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ that stops the wandering ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੀਸ਼ਾ that's moving that I'm ਜਾਣ ਕੇ moving about ਉਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਉਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਕਾਮ ਸਿਮਰਨ ਨੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਆ ਸੋ ਮੈਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੈਂਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਖੀ ਸੌਰੀ I'm not a really ਵਿਦਵਾਨ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਉਨੀਆਂ ਕਿ 2-4 ਸਾਖੀਆਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰਿਪੀਟ ਤੇ ਲਾਇਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ ਤੇ ਰੀਡ ਡਿਬੇਟ ਉਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਾਰ-ਵਾਰ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਨਵੇਂ ਥਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਸਾਖੀ ਸੁਣਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਾ the same one somewhere else ਸੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਰਰਾਏ ਦੀ ਸਾਖੀ ਐਸੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਥਾ ਆਈ ਸੀਗੀ if you were there ਵੀ people ਆਸ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਆ It's really I like this ਸਾਖੀ because ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਵੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਚਾ ਲਿਓ ਕਿ ਹੋਰ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ ਕੁਛ they asked Maharaj, we have bani nitnem karde hain. You give us nitnem to do. What's the effect of that nitnem? We don't understand it. The Maharaj, when they went hunting the next day, there was a pot that was broken. In the pot used to carry kyo. And you know what kyo is? Grease is like we have deg. If you wash with cold water, it sticks on your hand still, doesn't it? It gets greasy, doesn't it? Yeah? So that pot had grease on it. And the sun shined. So the pot was really dirty. It was like in the jungle somewhere. But the grease shined bright when the sun shined on it. Then Maharaj goes, just like this, the pot is dead. One day we're going to die. But Jada Guru di Kirpa, all that Bani that's been read, that's inside, tahi nitnem jaruriya, panj baniya, reh ras kirtan sola, kat to kat. Minimum. when the sun shines, when we die, फिर वो किरणा पैके, that will shine bright and it will take us to a positive place. Maharaj ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ, ਸਤਪੁਰਸ਼ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਵੀ every time you do a nitnem, ਅਮਰਤਾਰੀ ਹੋ ਕੇ, ਪੰਜ ਬਾਣੀਆਂ ਜਪਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਜਾਪ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਸਵਈਏ, ਚੌਪੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ, Anand Sahib, like we do every morning. That's why best not to go to sleep. That's why Bhai Sahib saying everybody get involved. I'm talking to us guys here because I hold my hand up. मैं भी नहीं बोल लिया. So I'm not having to go. I'm saying it to myself. Every time you do that, Rehra Sahib, Kirtan Soila, do you know, 100 lives worth. So in one life might be this much. Yeah? Times by 100 life worth of Pishle Paap gets burnt by doing Sat Baniya da Nitnem. Just that minimum. Whether you understand it or not. Okay? And what it does, when we focus on it, when we begin to focus on this Upasana, obviously, we're nearly there. Ban chalne Brahm Gyani. Not yet though. Hanji? So if you do everything's in there, isn't it? So you collected it, okay, you've collected it. So it's still there, it doesn't go wasted. But this is the analogy. What do you do as a job? Studying. What do you want to be? Computer, yeah?
No, accountant.
So are you at university now?
Yes.
So how did you get into university?
From high school, college.
Okay. So if you give me all your notes that you're writing, notes lenda hoonga hana, minu de de. I've got a very good memory. I haven't really, but just for this purpose. Okay? I've got a really good memory. I'll memorize everything. Do I get the job or do you get the job? If you pass your exams, 90%, let's say, because you look like a clever dude, 90%, but I'm better than that, I'll do 99%. I've just memorized it. Will you get the job or me? We went for the same job. You will get it, do you know why? Because you got the certificate. You got the certificate of the university. मैं तो उतना ही memorize किया है. Does that make sense? You still got the university degree to say, I got the degree even if I know more than you. Does that make sense? So the point of Amritari is, I'm not trying to preach to you guys. I am preaching really, but what I'm trying to say is in your life, you got to have that focus. Now a lot of you are already Amritari, fine, that's good, but that's not the end point. I'm not saying in ego that Amritari is great. It is great, but it's the starting point. But if you do Part and Simran and Seva, as long as it's Nishkam, before your Amritari, it's still there. So you're still collecting it. When your Amritari, it just has the meaning of it. Then you can use it. Does that make sense? It's like you're in the trust fund. When it's in the trust fund, you can't get to it. When you're Amritari, you got access to it. These are the kind of analogies. Okay, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so if you're not Amritari, it doesn't mean na karo. It means you should do it. So when you're Amritari, you're already a millionaire or billionaire. So you're not starting from scratch. So it's important you do it before you're Amritari. Hanji? So that's Nishkam Upashna, Vidwan Dasdeya, but for us, inu kehne Nishkam Simran. And then the final one for Maya we had earlier on was Avaran Shakti, the veil. And what removes the veil, takes the veil off that blindness, is we call Gyan, divine knowledge. Now that's not Gyan of books. Like I might have read a few books here and showed you some of this new stuff. I'm sure there'll be people here that haven't heard some of this stuff. Sounds good, doesn't it? But that doesn't make me one with God. So it's not this type of Gyan, this type of knowledge. This is divine knowledge. And how do you get divine knowledge? You get divine knowledge through Gur Prasad. Blessings from the true Guru, which takes us back to that point. When you got the certificate, you get the blessings. Then these count. Do you see what I mean? Otherwise, they're stuck in the trust fund. So that's why that's important. But you only get divine knowledge, Gyan, with Gur Prasad. these, we put our effort in. That's why I wrote that in brackets. Our efforts through these blessings. This divine knowledge only comes from Guru Di Kirpa. You cannot get divine knowledge from reading Pothiya, Vidvani Pothiya. So a lot of people do that in this day and age. Okay? So I'll throw in some other things just to sound good. So there's something called Prokh Gyan and something called Aprokh Gyan. Okay? And what that means is, Prokh Gyan is Praye de Akshton. So if somebody else's description of God or knowledge, he describes something to me about God, I share it with you. That's what you call Prokh Gyan. Aprokh Gyan is not from anybody else, directly from God. Jino kehande hai Brahm Gyan. When you have Guru Di Kirpa, then this vanishes. This is empty. When I've got rid of these in this life, this is empty. That's empty. Then what's that? You're not in the cycle. You're liberated. You're mukt. You're junnat or rahat. You might come to this world, because that's another question I would have. But God sends you with empty. You can do what you want in this world. This never gets filled, because what happens when this is empty once? As soon as you empty this once, it goes that way. And so it doesn't matter what you do, there's no place to put it. Is there? So you can do anything. That's what Brahmgyan, you can do anything. They do the karam in the world, but they don't get collected because that is emptied. That's mudda ho gaya. Does that make sense? So those are like Brahmgyanis that come to this world and they do seva for humanity. They can do anything they want. Nothing will happen. Hanji. Sorry? There they can do anything. If they're not going to get collected, then obviously they're humans, aren't they? Yeah, no, what I mean, they're humans, aren't they? Yeah, they're humans. So we're going to do our actions, aren't we? Kisi bachche di chped marti. Yeah? It's not going to get collected because oh mudda ho gaya ya. So even if I want revenge for it, I can't get revenge because they've got no karam. They don't get collected. They've come for a specific duty. But one thing is when you're a Brahmgyani, because you know all of this, you stay in Vaheguruji's hukam. So you don't do bad things. Okay, basically what you're asking. Hana, you don't do bad things because tusi hukam is rehne ho. Because you're one with God. But that is emptied, Hanji. Sorry? How do you go to Sachkhand? Because after this is gone. With Sachkhand ho gaya. But sometimes Vaheguru needs their own Shakti to go down on this world and help humanity. You're still a Brahmgyan, you're still in Sachkhand, but you're just doing God's work while you're here to help people. After that, you go back until you're required again. There's one question I would ask that you haven't asked in any of this. And I think after that I'm going to finish. I think I should ask it for you. Okay? So where does hukam fit into all of this? Fir hukam kiya. What is the hukam? I thought, Maharaj karaunde aapa karde hain. Hukam, where does hukam fit in all of this? Well, hukam is this. The system is the hukam. And very quickly, who's got a dog here? Who's got a dog here? Anybody got dogs? You walk the dog every morning and night? No. Now and then in England, they walk them every night or every day once? No? Anybody walk them? You just leave them? Khulle sher chhadde ya? Theek hai. You don't even take it for a walk on the street? No. Okay. I'll give you an example very quickly. Okay. So hukam is this. But it's about walking a dog, okay? So I'll give you your example in a minute. So you got a dog on a leash. Okay? You walk the dog. Who decides the route of the dog? We do, because we're the master. Vaheguru decides our route. On the route, if the dog wants to bark at somebody, gandagi shakaniya, on one side eat the garbage, on the other side do something good, help somebody on the street. Who decides that? The dog. Within the length of the leash. Leash, Vaheguru de hatha. Route, Vaheguru de hatha. What we do on the route, wo sade hatha. Sometimes, like your dogs, khulle shadde hunde ya. they can do what they want. And sometimes they come back under the leash. That's how hukam and karam work together, hand in hand. Okay, inniya benti karde, I got through all of that. That's where we are today. We're going to continue that tomorrow. I'll just tell you about the sort of questions. We're going to move into Vaheguru's Jyot, how we realize that, where does that exist inside of us, what's the makeup of our bodies. We're going to move on, how does our bodies made, what tat go where in our bodies, what tat are used to make our bones, to make our eyes, in our ears, in our stomachs. So we're going to explore how these tats fit together to make up our bodies. That's tomorrow. And then from there, what we have to do to realize that divine Jyot, that divine light, that Brahm Gyan, what we have to do. So that's going to move into tomorrow's workshop. So we stop here for now. It's the same theme tomorrow, but just takes it a little bit further. This is where we are. So for now, the end teaching is Nishkam Seva, Nishkam Simran, and Ardasa for Gur Prasad. Okay? That's the way out. Nishkam Seva, Nishkam Simran, and Ardasa for Gur Prasad. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.